Hi, I'm JJ Smith, and welcome to the weekly wow of spirit stories. This week it was super interesting. I had a woman schedule a appointment who came in, and we're connecting with one of her loved ones who's passed over and getting all kinds of great information from them. But she's being really quiet, and really, I can feel that she's nervous. I can feel it coming off of her. And so I said to her, "Are you okay?" Because sometimes the experience feels a little nerve wracking for some people because they're not used to it, right? How many people go to mediums? Actually, a lot more than what you would realize. But she was being really quiet. And when I asked her if she was okay, her loved one started telling me that she has the same gift like what I have with being able to connect with spirit. But hers is as clairvoyance, which means she can see the spirit or she can see the shadow. And what they were telling me while I'm looking at her, because she's getting more and more visibly upset, and I asked her, "Do you want me to keep going on? Do you want me to keep telling you the information?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "Your loved one is telling me that you've had this since you were a little girl, but it always scared you, right? Like you still sleep with the light on because you can sometimes see shadows move when you're at home." And she's saying, "Yep, that's right. That's right." And I said, "Your loved one is telling me that you've always been scared of it, that it's something that you worry about because you don't know if it's safe or what kind of spirit might be showing up or if it's scary." And so I talked to her about the way to protect herself and how to ground herself to ensure that only the highest vibrating spirits are showing up around her, near her, or in her space. And you could see the visible relief when we were done talking about it. And that was something I had to learn myself because I ignored my gift for a solid 40 years. But what happened, and the reason was because I was scared of what might show up. But once I found a fabulous mentor that taught me that spirits are just like friends, meaning how you pick your circle of friends and who gets to be around you, it's the exact same thing with spirit. So by saying only the highest vibrating spirits are allowed around me, near me, and through me, then that's all that can show up because I've already drawn my line in the sand. I've already said what's acceptable, and they have to follow that. And I'll tell you, when I learned that, that was such a huge relief because it really opened up the floodgate for me of not being afraid of what I had, and in order to be able to embrace it. And so with this woman this week, it was a really good session because when she realized she doesn't have to be afraid of her special abilities, she doesn't have to be afraid of this beautiful gift that's given to her by God, that now it doesn't own her, that it's not wrapped in fear, but it's wrapped in love and blessings. So that's this week's version of the weekly wow of spirit stories. I'm JJ Smith, and if you'd like to schedule a session, feel free to contact me on my website, jjsmithmedium.com. Thanks a bunch and have a great week.